this is absolutely fantastic. Just so for the fact that the Queen is living history. This is 1,000 years of history contained in one person. And to have not only an extra holiday, who doesn't like to have an extra day off during the week, but we have someone who has now, well, nearly obtained 70 years on the throne, 70 years as monarch of the United Kingdom, and she's seen such fantastic and phenomenal change over those 7 decades. It's not just a celebration of her, it's a celebration of the culmination of our history for over 1,000 years. So this is a milestone that is exactly what we need. This is something to, of course, lift our spirits, bring us out of what we've been experiencing the last year. And it's one of those few times that we as a nation can come together under one banner and just look at who we are as a country, as a people, and say, look at our uninterrupted history of 1,000 years being celebrated with this one event. 70 years of a monarch. It's never happened in the United Kingdom. It's never been done before. And the Queen continues to break every royal milestone that's put in front of her. It's just fantastic.
And this blockbuster weekend in 2022, pageantry, fanfare, technological displays the UK is being promised. Will you be there flying the flag?
Of course I'll be. I'm there for almost, well, I can't say almost everyone. I've been there for the Golden, I've been there for the Diamond, and now I will be there for the Platinum Jubilee. So 3 Jubilees out of my 40-year life, I think is pretty good.
I think it's very impressive. When you think of the Queen, what do you think about? What is there to be proud of with our monarch?
Well, I think when you look at the Queen and you say, okay, let's look at the world, what is to be proud of? And when we look right now at all the things facing not only the nation, but the world, this is quintessentially British girl power at its finest. I don't think the Queen gets enough credit for what she's done, for who she is, and what she's achieved as a woman. Number one. So I say girl power, number one. Number two, look at the bridges that she's able to cross. Look at that great divide that she's brought together from the remnants of empire and saying, look, we have issues, but we need to work through this together. Politics aren't entering into it. Her life's work with the Commonwealth has been absolutely fantastic. The most significant bit being the 2013 Human Rights Charter that she signed. And it could only take someone in her position who's apolitical to bring every person of every color, of every faith, of every sex, persuasion, everything together. And that's very, very important. We have someone who is bringing this nation together and forward. And of course, we don't have a choice. We have to look back on our history because that's what the Queen does. She bridges our past with our present and projects us into the future. And that's very important. Not a lot of other countries have that opportunity.
Have you ever met Her Majesty or anyone else in the royal family, Thomas?
Yes, I have. I've met them a few times. And when there are official engagements, there are a few different ones that I meet regularly. And they're lovely people for as much as we know them or can know them personally. But you can't help but be in awe when you're in the presence of Her Majesty. We all like to think, oh, she's great, she's like our granny, she's the nation's grandmother. But it's more than that when you're in her presence. Things change. The thoughts you have of what it's going to be like, because here you are in front of the head of state of not only the United Kingdom, but 16 nations where she's the Queen. And that just sort of plays on you as you're waiting in a receiving line or you're looking from afar at the garden parties. And it's really quite something. It really is.
You're the founder of the British Monarchist Society. Tell me, firstly, where your passion for the monarchy started, and then a little more, if you don't mind, about what the society does.
Right. Well, it's really interesting because, of course, my mother's family is all British, Irish-British, and my grandfather, George, he was a Grenadier Guard and his first official duty was the Queen's coronation in 1953. So I sort of really grew up with that from secondary school straight on, really taking an interest because I love history. That's what I do. And by trade, I'm a historian. So it's been a part of me ever since I was a child. And I decided that there wasn't enough proper education in the curriculum to really make a difference, to help people understand royal finances, the actual reason the Queen is there, why we have the royal family, which then, when I looked deeper into it and saw the institution of the crown, which the monarchy, the Queen and her family are the public face of this entity, I said, wait a minute, there's a lot more here. Why are we not being taught? Why are we not understanding? How are pupils matriculating into society and higher education without knowing about the branches of our government? And number one, what the Queen does, how she's funded. And I had enough. I really did. I'm like, this is misinformation. I can't take it. I'm starting the British Monarchist Society. People need to know the truth. And that's history now, 12 years. So that's
Wow.
what we do. We educate. That's the basis of the British Monarchist Society.
Finally, Thomas, a very important question for you. There's a new series of The Crown coming out this week. Will you be watching it?
I do watch, but I only watch for entertainment purposes. Because I will tell you an insider thing that's going on here. Producer, writer, they're Republicans. And if you remember the last couple series, they never show very happy royals. They never show very many happy times. It's always the drama. Of course, drama pulls people in because they want the viewers. But if you look at the way they paint each member of the royal family, not normal. It's not exactly right. So I watch it for entertainment value, and I don't watch it with my friends. They hate me. They're like, can't you stop with the history? Can't you just let us enjoy the sets and the costumes? I'm like, but it's not right. So they're like, we're not watching with you anymore. You're on your own.